Hello, and welcome to the video walkthrough guide created for Fitchburg State University faculty who are looking to utilize Turnitin assignments within Blackboard. Turnitin is a platform that automates assignment submissions and runs each submission through an expansive database to analyze its originality. This video is part 3 of a 3-part tutorial series. In this segment, we will go over how to review and mark up student work in the Feedback Studio, how to analyze the similarity reports, and how to finalize Turnitin grades within Blackboard. In the previous tutorials, we covered how to create a Turnitin assignment, as well as how to use rubrics. Let's start by navigating to our Turnitin assignment dashboard. This is my submission inbox for my Turnitin Feedback Studio assignment. Here you can see I have a student who submitted a paper titled Feedback Paper. The paper was submitted on November 3rd at 4:11 p.m. I can also see their percentage match score, which follows a color-coded system. Red indicates a 75 to 100% match. Orange indicates a 50 to 74% match. Yellow indicates a 25 to 49% match. Green indicates a single matched word up to 24%. And blue indicates a 0% match. To open a student's work in the Feedback Studio, you can select the pencil icon, the color, or the number. Within the Feedback Studio, there are 3 layers or categories of reports. The red layer is the similarity report. The blue layer is for feedback, and the purple layer is for the grammar check if used. First, we will take a look at the similarity layer. If I expand this layer, the first tab displays the match overview, which will show us the top matches or primary sources. I can see 28% of this paper is similar when compared against sources in our databases in the repositories. I can also click to All Sources to see a full list of all sources regardless of whether or not it's a top match or primary source. The Filter tab allows you to make adjustments to the filters to see how they affect the report. You would click Apply Changes to push any adjustments through. The fourth tab is for excluded sources. Any source that I previously excluded can be restored here. That is an overview of the similarity layer. I'm going to hide that layer now and migrate to the feedback layer. First, quick marks are reusable feedback items that you can drag and drop into student work. This is great for generic comments or specific feedback you will be using repeatedly. You can also add your own comments by clicking where you want your comment to go. Select the speech bubble for comment, and then you can type and adjust bold, italics, underlines, or even include a web link. You also have the option to convert this comment to a quick mark if you think you will be reusing it for other students or papers. You can also highlight a section of a text and associate a comment with your selection. You'll notice it's now highlighted in a different color so students can clearly see what your comment applies to. When I'm done typing out a comment, I can click outside that box to apply it. Students will be able to click on that speech bubble to review your notes. If you included a rubric with your assignment, you can click on the Rubric Manager icon and adjust the student scores using either the sliding scale or expanding to the full view and selecting the criteria and description that applies to their work. When you're done, press Close, and it will apply your selections to their grade. Above the rubric icon, we have the feedback summary icon. Here you can leave voice-recorded comments that are up to 3 minutes long. I just click record and I can pause and restart or stop at any time. There's also a trash can icon that allows you to discard it after playing it back. If you decide you want to keep it, you click Save Recording. You can also type out your own text comments for summative feedback. Next, let's look at the ETS grammar check layer. When looking at the E-Rater results, you'll notice we have check marks and numbers next to some of the criteria. This tells you how many errors were noted in the paper. If you would like to look at one section at a time, you can uncheck the other sections to focus on an area. Here I have only grammar selected, and I have 5 total errors. Scrolling through, anything highlighted in purple, like the E-Rater Results tab, are going to be grammar errors that I should notice. If I disagree with a mark, I can click on it and dismiss it. It is possible to reveal it again later if you want to, using this Reveal All button up at the top. You can also click on an ETS mark and add comments to it as an instructor. And instructors and students can click where it says View Handbook to view the ETS handbook. So those are the 3 layers of Feedback Studio. Also note, you can zoom in or out in the lower right corner, and in the upper right corner, you can use these arrows to navigate from one student paper to the next, or use the drop-down to select a submission. The download icon gives you the option to download a current view of the paper, the student's receipt, or the originally submitted file without markups. That is a quick overview of how to use the Feedback Studio to mark up student work. Before leaving, I'm going to make sure I assign a grade for the student. I can do this using information from the rubric or by my own custom grading schema. For the purposes of this tutorial, I'm just going to give the student an 85. Next, I'm going to navigate back to Blackboard to show you how that looks in the Blackboard Grade Center. If we refresh this page, we can see the student now has 85 points earned on their feedback paper. Now, if I navigate to the Full Grade Center, we can see that when I scroll down to the column titled Turnitin Feedback Studio Demo, this student has earned an 85 on their assignment, so it automatically populates in the Grading Center for us. However, if we need to adjust this grade, we can do it again by reopening the Feedback Studio, or we can edit the grade from here by clicking on it and adjusting it accordingly. Hopefully this tutorial will help you get started with using the Feedback Studio and grading student work with Turnitin assignments. Please check out the other 2 video tutorials to learn more about creating Turnitin assignments and using Turnitin rubrics. If you have any additional questions, please reach out to Digital Learning at the School of Online, Graduate, and Continuing Education at Fitchburg State University.